Hey everyone! Welcome to my channel, Mary's Classic Quilling. Today I'm going to introduce paper quilling. I want to share with you what it is, how I became interested in it, some of the materials and tools you'll need, as well as teaching you some of the basic shapes. Paper quilling is an art form that started in the Renaissance era, where they used quail feathers to roll their paper around. Today we have tools where we roll strips of paper, pinch them into shapes, and put them into designs. I became interested in paper quilling when I received a card like this from my grandmother. I was so intrigued with the elegance of her work and the details that I wanted to teach myself how to paper quill, what it was, how to do it, where you get supplies, everything there is for paper quilling. My grandmother started in the 1970s. She quit in her 80s when she couldn't see the slot on the slotted tool anymore for the paper. Now I'm carrying on her legacy. Paper quilling has so many options and endless possibilities that you can do. You can do posters, you can make cards, even little cards that don't go to anybody. You can make butterflies, decorate frames. You can make snow globes. You could decorate tissue boxes, anything you want. My grandmother even took out an egg and blew the insides out and decorated it for paper quilling. So let's talk about some of the materials and tools you will use or need for paper quilling. The first thing you will need is glue. I use Elmer's clear glue or Elmer's white glue. I choose these types of glue because they don't leave any residue on your finished product. The next thing I use is a pair of scissors. I use small, sharp scissors to cut my strips when I don't need the whole strip. The next tool is some slotted tools. Now I'm going to be showing you 3 types of slotted tools that you could use because I use them for different things as well. The first slotted tool I'm going to be showing you is the one my grandmother used. Hers is very little and small, and it was very hard to see the slit, but I use it when I'm doing very detailed work. The next one looks like this, and you can buy that online at quilledcreations.com or quilling.com, or you can buy it at your local craft store like Hobby Lobby. The slotted tool has a little slot on the end of it for where your paper goes, and when you're rolling your strip of paper it doesn't lose grip of it. Or you can even buy this automated slotted tool. This has like a green circle or button thing that comes right off, which helps you to move your coil off easily. And it makes rolling paper faster. It does run on one AAA battery, and you too can buy this online or at your craft store. You will also need fine tip tweezers and a needle tool. These 2 things help me when I'm doing small shapes into big designs. Sorry guys, that was my cat. He wants to help. And it also helps with very detailed work. The next thing I recommend using is what we call a circle sizer ruler. This little ruler has shapes and numbers of circles. Several books I use have the numbers for these rulers to know what circle you need and how many. It also keeps uniform shape. A great thing to get is this beginner quilling kit. It is $30 and you can get it online or at the craft store like Hobby Lobby. It comes with everything you guys need. It comes with glue, paper, your fine tip tweezers, your needle tool, circle size ruler, slotted tool, templates, envelopes, everything you need. Even an instruction book on how to make the shapes and designs. And it's a great box to store your unfinished projects in. One of the last things you need is paper. Now you can make your own with construction paper, newspaper, anything you guys want. I choose to buy mine. I buy mine again at quillcreations.com or quilling.com or even at my local craft store. The paper comes in many different colors, widths, lengths. This is a 500 matte strip finish packet of paper. It comes with white, yellow, gray. I bought that online. You could get single colors, like I have a brown and a red. You could get soft colors like these. You could get shades of colors like these purple and blue. You could get even rainbow packets of strips of paper like that. You could also get 3/8 width. This is 3/8 width. It is wider than the 1/8 of an inch width piece of paper like the rainbow. The 1/8 of an inch piece of paper is very common here in the United States. We also have like a 1/16 inch, and there's several different widths you can choose from. As I began teaching myself how to paper quilt and still get ideas, I bought in several books, and this one is my favorite, Quilled Mandalas. It's about $20 at Hobby Lobby, my craft store, and if you open it up, it shows you mandalas and how to create them with everything you need. So as we begin talking about the basic shapes, I want to introduce them to you and what they are for. So we have the tight circle or coil. Some books do circle, some do coil. They're the exact same thing. This is used for centers of flowers, like what my grandmother did. The loose circle is my favorite one because you make a loose circle, you can make any other shape on here. You have off-centered circle, which you just take the little centerpiece and move it down to the side or down to the bottom. Just so it's off-center, it gives it a little more design. The shaped marquise and the marquise are used for leaves. The half circle, triangle, they can be used for designs as well. You have your S scroll, which can be used as filler for lettering. The crescent is a really cool one to make with flowers as well. Then you have the heart and the teardrop. The teardrop can be used to make flower petals or butterfly wings. The V scroll I use for my butterflies. Today I want to teach you how to do the tight circle, the loose circle, the marquise, and the teardrop. You must master those basic shapes in order to start making better designs like I have. So I'm going to be using a magnifying glass, and I'm just going to move some stuff out of the way so you guys can see. And I'm going to be putting my magnifying glass on top of a book so you guys can see it better. We're going to do the tight coil. You will need a strip of paper. I'm going to be using this white one, which is about 3/8 inch width of a piece of paper, 12 inches long. You will need a slaughter tool and some glue. Now I like the little glue bottles with a fine tip, so you just get a drop of glue. And for this, for my demonstration, I'm going to be using my larger slotted tool so you guys can see. So for the tight circle, you put one end of your strip of paper into the slotted tool, just like that. And sometimes it takes practice. And then you start rolling. I usually hold the piece of paper in my thumb and my pointer of my left hand so it stays in a nice even coil. And you just start rolling it around the slotted tool. Just like so. See how it's becoming a nice tight coil? And you roll it towards the end for the tight circle. Again, this is used for like centers of flowers or a little decoration like my grandmother did on this heart card. You roll it to the end of the strip of paper and then you put a drop of glue on it. And it's very important just to use a drop of glue. So there's my strip of paper. I'm going to put just a little glue on it and then I'm going to hold it. Too much glue, you can wreck your design or coil, and too little won't make it stick. And I'm just going to hold it. You can take it off your slotted tool to do this and let a circle sizer ruler hold it, or you can let a cork board with a straight pin hold it. But I choose to hold it on my slotted tool. That way it's a nice tight circle. When you're done, you just slide it off with your thumb, and that's what it looks like. Now, we're going to be doing a loose circle. Again, a loose circle is just like the tight coil. You take a strip of paper, and I'm going to be using blue this time, just to have some fun. You put it in your slotted tool. And just remember, guys, quilling takes practice and patience. You may not get it the first time, but keep trying again. And you're going to roll your strip of paper, just like you did with a tight circle, till the end of the strip. When you get to the end, you're not going to put glue on it because you do want it to expand and unravel this time. So I'm just rolling it to the end, using my fingers to keep a nice even coil. And we do that really quick. I'm holding the end as I take it off. And then I'm going to put it in my hand and show you guys how it can expand. And once you get the size of the loose circle you want, you're going to go ahead and glue it. This is where the circle sizer ruler really helps. Once you get your desired size, you can glue and it can hold it for you. And that is your loose coil. Now, if you're going to do a teardrop, I take one end between my thumb and my finger of my left hand and use my dominant hand to try to pinch the other end into a nice triangle shape. I kind of like my centers to go off center just for some design, but you can keep them in the middle too. This is your teardrop. Now if you want to do a marquise, go ahead and hold that point you just made with your non-dominant hand. With your dominant hand, you're going to slowly make a point on the rounded end that you held for the teardrop. And this is a marquise. Like I said, these are great for leaves. And if you guys like my channel, please like, click subscribe. Feel free to leave me comments. If you guys have any questions or concerns, you may email me at marysclassicquilling302@gmail.com. And I hope you guys join me for next time, as I will be showing you guys how to take those basic shapes and start making designs. Thank you.